Hey guys, JayTheVapingGuy here. I'm doing another review. I'm going to be reviewing the Vamo. Now, I bought this. I got this at e-cig Vapes. I'll put the information down below. He's selling them right now. Let me just see here. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Of course, you know, I wouldn't actually look to see it. It's $54.99. As you can see, as always, I use my mods well before I even think about doing a review. I got this about a month ago, and so far it has it's really taken its beating. So let's just take a quick look at it right off the bat. Okay, it's turned off now, and now we're turned on. You do your voltage up in 0.5. Sorry, I've got in wattage mode. I'm putting my wattage up in 0.5 watt increments. It rolls over to 3 and goes all the way up. I generally keep it at about 10. I like it at 10. It's got some cool, pretty cool features right off the bat. Press and hold your right button, and it'll tell you I'm running 1.3, which is 0.1 over the max, the minimum this thing will take. If you go down any 1.2 or lower, it's actually, I think it's 1.1, but I don't ever go down to 1.2. But at that point, it'll read that it's got low voltage or no voltage and won't perform at all. And if you push on this side and hold, it tells you I have 4.3 volts remaining in my battery. It's pretty cool. 5-click shut off. Wait, you have to wait till it turns off, then 5-click turn back on. It is a fully recessed ego connector. No, it's not. My bad. Wait, is it? I don't ever use egos. I don't know. Give me a second here. I will find out. We're going to figure this out together. I don't use egos. But let's find out. Will it take an ego? Oh. Yes, it will. Alright, so there you go. There you go. Things I don't even look at. Yeah, but I guess you can see in there, there's the ego connector. Well, a really nice deep well there, so if you have any leakage, I mean, you're going to have substantial leakage before it gets anywhere else. Solid built. I mean, this thing here, you can see I've scraped it around. Sorry about that. I've moved it around, I've bumped it around. Now, it doesn't come apart here, but I have actually been able to get it to do a little bit of a wiggle. Probably not supposed to. Oh, that just gave me some sort of a warning right there. It does disconnect right here. To review, I have no idea what that is. It's a stain on my battery. It bothers me. My battery, which is not the normal place where you disconnect it. Normal place to disconnect it is down here. But the cool thing about this is you take that off, and let's say you don't want to use this battery, you want to use a smaller battery. So let's just take that out, and we'll put that over here, and we'll take the smaller 18350 battery. Just pop that in, put the bottom on, and you missed it. Here, I'll undo it, undo the bottom. Now I'm going to put the bottom back on. As soon as it makes positive contact, okay, I need to completely remove the battery. There you go. That lets you know the battery's working, the device is working. You do 5-click turn on, and let's just test the battery on this. 4.3 to full battery. Oh, the other thing you can do if you want to switch between the two, click and hold both buttons, and it'll switch down to voltage, and will automatically drop it down to 3 volts. Same thing when you switch it back to wattage mode. It stays at 3 volts, and you have to reset it to where you want it. Now, there is one thing about this, and I don't understand it. I don't know why it's there. There's actually 2 modes to this. The first mode, and you can, either one doesn't matter, but you click and hold, and you hold it for probably about 15 seconds or so. You just hold it, and it'll show it here in a few seconds. So it's in NO2 mode. I wish I could tell you what NO2 mode was. I don't. All I know is when I had it in the NO2 mode, and I'm sure somebody will tell me, will mention what the NO2 mode is, but when I had it in NO2, I was popping addies like a son of a gun. So now I'm just going to click the other side just to show you that it works on both sides. You don't actually need to. You can use either side for both up and down. I'll go to NO2 mode in about 15 seconds. There you go. And I leave it at NO2 mode, and I leave it in wattage mode, and I drop it up, pull it up to 10 watts, and throw my atomizer on there. This is the AGAT2 with the glass tank, and this has been my workhorse. As you can see, it has literally been a workhorse. It's been scratched up. I generally try to use my devices as rough as I possibly can so that I can tell you what's wrong with it. I will be able to tell you one problem with the K100 that I discovered today. Yeah, don't drop them. It doesn't like being dropped. So this one here, so far, I have yet to find a single solid flaw. There is the flaw of the NO1 mode, but you just pop it back into NO2 and you're good. And really, in order to get into NO1 mode, you've got to have it in your pocket. You've got to have that one button pushed solid for over 15 seconds to flip it over, and I just don't see it happening. As you can see, it was completely black. You've had some rub. This is the black anodized or black gunmetal, and it's rubbed around the edging. But to me, that just means it's a well-used, a very comfortable mod. It has the CE and the ROHS seals of approval, and it's a great device. I've been using it. Like I said, this is pretty well my workhorse. Usually I have it, I don't have this particular case of the batteries I usually use here, but usually I bring a case with me, and it'll have a space here. I just happen to have, this is my other set of batteries, and I'll have my this baby. I have these two guys in there, and I'll have my nondescript battery that I got with my lava tube a year or so ago, and it'll be sitting in there, something along the lines of like that. And anyways, bring extra batteries just in case, you never know. Pop that in, and it's fairly easy. Where did I put that? I put that over there. So it's fairly easy to make the connection. Slides on, and I'm gonna again bring that into view so you can see. Yeah, hey, it flashed. Yay, it's alive. There we go. Turn it on. Sometimes it takes a few extra clicks to get it to go, and the atomizer is playing games with me, so it may not work as well as I wanted to. So there you go. That is the Vamo. I'm going to sit here and I'll tell you, I have tried the eVic. I have lava tubes. I have the Darwin. I have the K100. I have various custom mods. I have egos. This, dollar for dollar, in my opinion, is the best mod on the market. I haven't tried, of everything that I have tried, and from everything that I've learned, dollar for dollar, at $60 to get variable wattage, to get the this is not, okay, let's compare this against this thing here, which is thin metal, plastic caps that, you can see here, I've had to glue that on so it stays on. The end, I've had to do the same thing. I've actually sanded that down so I can fit it into my PV holder. This thing here is it's a solid workhorse. You're not going to be able to break it. Trust me, I know. I've tried. Not intentionally, but I've done everything that should have broken it, that has broken other mods, and it hasn't. It sits nice and flush. The button is nice and clicky. The only problem with it, you can hear that? That's rattle. These buttons are a little bit loose, but who cares? Anyways, like I said, dollar for dollar, this is by far the best mod out there for the middling to average advanced, going into the advanced users where you're playing with variable wattage. If I had bought, to put into perspective, had I bought this before I got my Darwin, I may not have picked up a Darwin. Which I know sounds like blasphemy, and I'm sure I'm probably going to get a bunch of people saying, "Oh, you can give me your Darwin then." But really, it is. It's just a phenomenal solid workman's device. I mean, okay, you can see that's fairly scratched, and it didn't take a lot of effort to get it scratched. So there you go. That is the Vamo. I'm loving it. I got it at e-cig Vapes. You can get it there too. You can get it at just about anywhere, but that's where I got mine. Jason at e-cig Vapes is really great to work with, and I bought a bunch of other things from him as well. And I mean, I got he threw a few extras into the package, which I hear is fairly common for him. So I'm actually pretty happy dealing with him, and I've had a couple of opportunities to chat with him briefly, and he seems like a really nice guy. So if you want to check him out, I'll put his information down below in the bottom. And as usual, this is my opinion and mine alone. I paid for this, so yeah, I'm not getting any reimbursement of any type. Not even, like, you know, people go, well, you're getting reimbursed because you got a few ounces of juice, a few milliliters of juice. I'm like, yeah, true. I'm getting nothing out of this, and Jason's giving me nothing for doing this for him. But a good device is a good device, and he sells a good device, as do a number of people. Anyways, I'm rambling, because, hey, that's what I do really well. Squirrel! And I'm Jay the Vaping Guy, signing off.